We're here with Dr. Carl Calleman, and we've asked him to describe what the Conscious Convergence is all about.
Well, the Conscious Convergence this summer, July 17th and 18th, are 2 days when people will be gathering all over the world, perform ceremonies, in order to show their intention to manifest unity consciousness in the time ahead. And it will be gatherings in the east, in Singapore, in the north, in Scandinavia, in the south, in South Africa, and in the west among the Maya. And several Mayan elders will be supporting this event with ceremonies, which I believe is a unique opening of a contact with these elders to the world at large. It is then just 2 days, you might say. And exactly how it will develop will be different in whatever people are creating, locally speaking. But I also want to emphasize that I don't think this is just about those 2 days. Instead, you might say, these are the 2 days where we will set up the base camp, where we will create a firm foundation for the climb, if you will, to the higher level of consciousness, the unity consciousness that many people today, whether they have a background in the Mayan calendar or not, intuitively sensing that this is where the direction that our civilizations need to go. We can no longer continue to see ourselves as being separate from nature or from one another, because that frame of consciousness is really at the root of all the kind of problems that our civilization is facing today.
Carl, how do I know what I'm supposed to be doing personally?
Well, I think it's important to point out that these are just the 2 first days, the setting up of base camp. And you might say the intention of creating this unity consciousness, that's sort of the rope that we will hold on to in order to make this climb, because it won't be easy, I think. I think we need to shift. We need to think in all respects how we are to live in order to manifest this. It's something that we will have to be doing on a daily basis. And how do I exemplify this? Well, I think one thing is that for a long time, people have learned these techniques of asking for certain things, the law of attraction, and they've seen that things have been coming to them in accordance to what they've been asking for. Now, you might say, though, that a lot of what people have been asking for have been like things just for the individual good, so to speak. You know, I want a car, I want a house, I want a relationship, and so forth. Now, by itself, maybe this is not wrong, but I do feel that the time now has come for us to start to ask the divine, not only for these kind of material things, but ask the divine, what am I to do in order to help this transition to unity consciousness? What am I to do to manifest the divine plan? What am I to do to fulfill the promise of the Mayan calendar? And this shifts the whole thing around, and we may still get the kind of things we want, so to speak, but it will be another framework for it. That everything that we will asking for will be subordinating it to what is the divine plan. Then, of course, you may ask, do I know what anybody else is supposed to do, or what the divine plan is? No, I would say no. All I can do is basically ask for myself and try to listen to what is a true answer rather than what would be my convenient ego answer. And I can encourage all other peoples to do the same. not just ask for what we want, but ask for what does the cosmic plan want? What does it take for me to be part of this transformational consciousness? What does it take for me to be a co-creator of the unity consciousness? And I believe it will look differently for all of us. And I also believe that it's the answers, what we're supposed to do, in other words, may sometimes be quite difficult to accomplish, especially when it's not exactly always what our individual needs would point to. But that's why I'm saying this is a climb. That's why I'm saying that we need to create this collective intention of manifesting the shift to unity consciousness. And that then will be like a rope to hold on to for all of us, something that will exist in our civilization, something we can relate to, something we can base on our own decisions to, because we will start to see that people are actually on a broader scale wanting this shift. And they've seen that the way we have been living and what we have been asking for in our lives is leading to a dead end. If it continues, we see the oil spill and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And in the sense, we're all co-responsible for this. With degrees, of course, but to some extent we are, because we have not been asking consistently, what am I to do to deliver the cosmic plan? And then the next thing, of course, is how do I ask this? How do I listen to the answers and all of this? And that's for all of us to find on our own path. But what we can do is collectively to say, we're going to do this, and manifest this in global ceremonies to experience the unity of our planet and all the intentions of the peoples of the 4 directions that will gather for this event.
Carl, if people want to keep in touch and find out where events are happening, how do they stay in touch? Are there websites? Are there Facebook fan pages?
Well, there is I think the primary source is the web page of the Conscious Convergence, and that the address of that is theconsciousconvergence.com. In other words, www.theconsciousconvergence.com. And there people can announce what they're planning to do. They can announce that they want to meet like-minded, to organize something, to set up something in whatever location they happen to be in the world. And that's how these kind of things starts. It's just by setting your intention to manifest something, and then the cosmos will bring you people to work with that want to be part of this as well.
Perfect. Carl, thank you so much, and we're all looking forward to co-creating this together.
Thank you. Thank you.